This is Kim Harris from the eLearning division at Northeast. I just wanted to take some time because this semester during the fall beginning start, we were able to visit with some division meetings and we did not get a chance to meet with all the divisions or all the adjuncts here at Northeast. So I just want to provide a few eLearning updates for you this year. Just so you know, every year we have an application process for the MSVCC Instructor of the Year. This past year, Wendy Scott was nominated and also made it to the top 5 in Mississippi. She got to be on a discussion team at the Creating Futures Through Technology conference this past spring. And then also from her application, I was able to learn more about her. And when Canvas came to us this year asking for instructors that go above and beyond, because they had a theme this year at a conference called InstructureCon that they have annually for all Canvas users to come in Colorado. We submitted some of the information Wendy provided on her application that showed how she goes outside of her classroom, her online classroom, tutors students outside of her subject areas, or gives them a ride for a special project they're doing in a classroom, and just to name a few of the things that she did outside the norm. And the COO of Instructure actually presented a little bit about Wendy at his keynote speech. So that was exciting to know that happened. Saban here in the eLearning got to see that and be a part of that and hear cheering from the Mississippi people there attending from Mississippi, to hear Mississippi mentioned in instructors going above and beyond. I know that each of you go above and beyond, and I'd love to have you apply and be included in nominations for Instructor of the Year this year. So I'll be sending an email with a link for an application, so please don't hesitate to nominate yourself or a colleague that you know that is going above and beyond. Also, something I wanted to mention to you is every year, the past few years, the MSVCC is providing a grant for us. Over the past few years, we've utilized part of that funds for Quality Matters training and professional development that introduce instructors to Quality Matters. This is a subscription-based tool that provides standards and a rubric for evaluating the design of a course, not the instructor of the course, but the design and how it's laid out, how students access materials and can find materials and understand materials, so the design of the course. And it also offers professional development. We've used part of our grant monies to allow instructors to go through some training. I've been getting feedback from instructors. There's been 2 other colleges in the MSVCC also subscribing. And recently the MSVCC actually purchased the subscription for the whole state, so Northeast is no longer having to use grant funds to pay for that subscription. But we want to go a step further, and we want to do a pilot with Quality Matters. We need 8 peer reviewers, and what that means is the instructors that apply to be a peer reviewer will take 2 Quality Matters courses, applying the Quality Matters rubric and the peer reviewer course to be certified as a peer reviewer. And we'll do internal reviews of courses as a pilot. We'll need some volunteers to have their courses evaluated as well. So if you choose to be a peer reviewer, I'm sending out an application in the email. You'll be required to take those 2 courses. They're very rigorous, a demanding course, so do expect to spend a lot of time on it. And that would happen this fall. And then this spring, you would participate as a peer reviewer with a team, with one of the eLearning staff and then another instructor, and you will evaluate up to 5 courses, and then you'll provide feedback on the process. I also need feedback from instructors about Quality Matters, how they feel about that rubric being used to evaluate the design of their courses, and also need feedback on from instructors that have their courses reviewed, and anyone that doesn't participate, just their feedback about the rubric. We are required by the MSVCC to evaluate our online courses each year. So we would like to look at using this rubric as part of that process. We would not evaluate through the Quality Matters rubric every year. We would have a set of standards that we utilize after a course has gone through Quality Matters, internal review, We would have a 3 to 5 year cycle and have utilized other things such as an e-learning report that might utilize some of the faculty requirements. Are you meeting those requirements as part of that report? Or we could utilize student evaluations or a combination of those things. MSVCC due dates if you're turning in things that are due to the MSVCC, things of that nature. So that's just a tidbit about that. If you have questions about that and are considering being a reviewer, feel free to reach out to me. I'll provide you with more detailed information. If you are a reviewer, you receive a $500 stipend, and taxes will be withheld from that, but that is something for the time that you're putting extra and above beyond what you're already doing for e-learning. We also will need some instructors to volunteer their courses to be reviewed. If we don't get volunteers, we'll probably look to the division heads or look at courses that are high volume and evaluate those as part of the pilot. So this year we will pilot it, then we'll look for feedback from instructors, present it to instructional council, and see if we want to adjust the rubric or if we want to utilize it as is. Please know that MSVCC is going to be moving forward with it, and you'll see pieces, training opportunities, different things of that nature. And so if you become a peer reviewer, this would open doors towards being part of the MSVCC processes. It also allows you to be certified as a Quality Matters peer reviewer, and you can enter yourself in a pool to be paid to review outside of Mississippi any Quality Matters subscribers courses, actual live official Quality Matters review. So it's lots of possibilities there, and I hope to hear from some of you that are interested in either being a peer reviewer or having your courses reviewed, or just with questions about the Quality Matters rubric. Another thing we presented to the divisions was that we're starting to see a little bit of problems with proctor exams, so we just wanted to send some reminders. Please make sure that you post in Canvas and Smarter Proctoring at the very beginning. You know your date, so go ahead and post your exams in both places. Assign the correct dates that are actually test dates. Include an access code. If you have to make changes to your access code, dates, or anything, Smarter Proctoring does not sync once you do it in Canvas, so you need to go back and edit it in Smarter Proctoring too. Consider the time or duration that you place on your exams. If you do not place one, it's a automated 45-minute slot. How that impacts students, if they could be allowed 2 hours and you don't put a time in there, and they make an appointment at 8 o'clock and we close at 9, and they're only allowed that 45 minutes, or it only makes an appointment for that 45 minutes, then they aren't truly seeing the amount of time that they could take on the exam, because they're making it only lets them make appointments based on that duration of that exam. And if you need a student to take an exam early or late, use exceptions. We'll send out reminders. I've got a checklist for proctoring that I'll attach to this email. And just let us know if you have questions as you go through the processes. But we'll send reminders too, but just letting you know what things we're seeing in the proctoring lab that could impact the security of testing and the process for the students and their outcomes. Just be aware that they've made some policy changes this year. Withdrawals and reinstatements now both are housed as online forms that only NEMCCC employees can start. So the instructor is the best place for these forms to start, but the instructional offices, counseling center, and e-learning offices can also assist and start these forms for students. Know that there are fees attached to those. There's a $10 reinstatement fee and a class withdrawal fee, and $25 college withdrawal fee. Saban attended InstructorCon, and she came back and discussed and shared some releases. If you haven't seen the Canvas announcement she made, there is a new app replacing the speed grader called the Teacher app, and it lets you do a little more functionality with editing your course and different feedback options. So check that out when you get a chance. There's some great gradebook changes coming, some drag and dot features, and different things that are going to be, I think you're going to be really excited about, so look for that. She has been using that eLearning Connection newsletter for updates, so when she sends those out, if you'll take the time to read those, that will keep you updated on new releases and things that are coming in Canvas. That is all I had for you as far as an overview of what we presented. If you want more details, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll be glad to help you with your questions or fill you in more. I'll also provide some notes in the email and attachments for you. If you're on campus, I do have a folder that I can provide you that has the Quality Matters standards. If you're interested in having it mailed to you for off-campus, please just email me a correct mailing address. I'll be glad to get that sent out to you with the documents that we gave out at the meeting. Thank you for all you do. Y'all all doing a wonderful job, and I look forward to a great semester working with you.